Oh, Hunter S. Thompson here, gonzo journalist, back from the dead, not unlike Jesus H. Christ. What's gonzo journalism, you ask? It's journalism that holds no claims to being objective. It's journalism that blurs the lines between fiction and nonfiction. Well, today I want to talk to you about a gonzo novel where the writer holds no claim to being, well, a writer. In fact, he doesn't even necessarily claim to be the writer. And the book, it holds no claim to being a memoir, holds no claim to being a novel. What the hell is it? I'm talking about The Four Jacks, annotated uncensored by Robert Pavchek, or is this by Pavchek? My investigative journalism has uncovered the possibility that the author of this book doesn't even exist. To wit, give me a second. From page 12. No, dear reader, like a Dostoevskian waif, our hero has no real character, no motivation, no depth. All momentous turning points and decisions, which novels and memoirs rely on, do not exist in this stupid story. Causality, changes in character, the cycle of the hero's journey are not to be found here. Every good that will befall Robert Pavchik does just that, falls upon him in a deus ex machina series of surprises, almost always the result of women or ostracized outsiders. So deal with it. The narrator himself calls his stories stupid because he sees this is all part of the downward spiral of dumbness in America. And here it hits a new low. And when you find stupidity in art, embrace it. And when you go low enough, you get high. You see, original fiction is rare these days. And if you happen to find something original, every fucking glittering ounce of it should be cherished and hoarded and worshipped and fondled like a priceless diamond. This is a dirty little diamond, but you won't know it unless you read it. Why read it? Well, insanity is a legal term, but crazy is an art form. This book's story is crazy, a bona fide art form, full of comedy and tragedy, full of light, full of dark. To wit, from page 64, Paul wore a button-down blue Oxford tweed jacket, jeans, professorial, save for the fact that he was dark in a land of Midwestern milky white. He looked magnificent, like a djinn summoned from the farthest reaches of anti-Christendom. In color, he and Britta made a yin and yang. In stature and intellect, they matched. Ultimately, there is no art unless you do it. Pavchik or someone did it, wrote his story, and what happens in it, either in real life or in his fetid imagination, now exists. It's a monument to 1980s counterculture, a monument heaped atop a garbage dumpster. Not intrigued? Then let me say this. I once wrote to beware of looking for goals. Look for a way of life. Decide how you want to live, and then see what you can do to make a living within that way of life. That's what the narrator of this idiotic book doesn't have. Goals. There are no goals here. There's no fucking hero's journey. It's too goddamn disorganized. He simply lives in the pages of this book, and it's fucking glorious. I once wrote that anyone who procrastinates in his choosing will inevitably have their choice made for them by circumstance. So buy this book now before it's no longer allowed. Think I'm joking? If the Catholic Church gets wind of this book, they'll ban it to kingdom come. Listen to what the villain of this book has to say about religion. From page 152, Cliff shoved his fists into his pockets, put his back to the wind. Whether because of the shortcomings of your fucked up God's laissez-faire attitude toward his own shitty creation, or because of outright sadism, it's the same goddamn result. If your creator did indeed create, but then decided to keep hands off, that's a dick act of egregious neglect. Look at the church's long history of torture, subjugation, poverty, disillusionment, repression, social and sexual. Galling hypocrisy has plagued his motherfucking mother church since his pussy son had his ass nailed to a tree 2,000 years ago. I refuse to give homage to any of these cocksuckers. But here's the insanity of this book. Later on the very next page, you get this. The music tumbled through a raucous tempest, not fugues, not the mathematical majesty of Bach, but something feral, soul-searing. This was the real world, not Bach's unassailable arithmetic, not the pre-Copernican music of the spheres. A cauldron of chaos pummeled us. Huffing stops, starts, doubt, seismic blasts, moans, cries, descants of sublime caterwauls. Yes, my God, yes, this was the universe. Messy, meandering, lying, lusting, cheating, aching, yearning. The Four Jacks, annotated uncensored by Robert Pavchek. Available on Amazon and bookshop.org.